We are in the middle of a very busy summer travel season, and a major change could be coming to an airport near you.
Yes, the TSA appears ready to tweak the rules when it comes to security screenings and end that requirement that has long frustrated passengers taking off your shoes. NBC's Tom Costello covers aviation. He's at Reagan National for us. So, Tom, good morning. Walk us through it, pun intended, and what it means for flyers.
Yeah. I like the pun. And listen, I think your language is right. Tweaking the rules here, right? We're going to see, according to people we've talked to, the TSA starting to reduce or eliminate the need to take off your shoes, but only at select airports. It's a trial program. Probably about half a dozen airports already in the early stages of this trial program, but with the goal of eventually rolling it out more nationwide. The TSA is not yet formally announcing this, but in a statement, a TSA representative does tell NBC News that they're always exploring new and innovative ways to enhance the passenger experience and our strong security posture. Now, listen, as you probably remember, taking shoes off has been a TSA requirement since 2006. That's 5 years after the shoe bomber Richard Reid tried to detonate explosives in his shoes on a flight from Paris to Miami. Passengers tackled him. The flight detoured to Boston on an emergency landing. He was arrested. He is still in prison. The bottom line here is that this has been kind of a critical component of the TSA security posture. And now they think that they are at the point where some technology is allowing them to start to reduce the need to take off your shoes. Not everywhere. Don't show up at the checkpoint today and think, oh, I don't have to take off my shoes. It's really a limited rollout with the goal of increasing that over the coming months and even years, guys.
So, Tom, you mentioned the new technology that exists now that did not exist back then. Is that part of the reason for the timing? And to your point about the security posture, are there any potential security implications?
So as it relates to the new technology, the TSA has been working on, and we profiled this before on the Today Show, new technology using radio wave technology, not X-rays, radio wave that can peer underneath clothing looking for any signs of a weapon. It's not invasive. There's no risk whatsoever. And that technology can also appear to detect whether an explosive might be inside a shoe. And so, yes, that's all part of this here. And then, of course, the TSA is adamant that it is not going to sacrifice security. Listen, as you know, one of the biggest complaints for everyday passengers and their families is having to take off shoes at a checkpoint, especially with small kids. So the TSA is mindful of that. They've heard it from Congress. They've heard it from the Department of Transportation that that's a #1 complaint. And some in Congress simply are kind of tired of the TSA procedure. Some of them feel like they're outdated. So all of this is trying to advance the new technology.
You're standing right there by the TSA pre-check line. That's why a lot of people pay for that service, so they don't have to take off their shoes. So how does that affect this?
You know, I think you're right. We pay on average $80 or so to do pre-check, and you can keep this kind of a jacket or a sweater on. You can also keep your shoes on. They do more of a background check already on you. But listen, this is getting to the point now when you show up at a checkpoint like the one behind me, you step up to a camera and it automatically scans your face to verify your identity. And increasingly, that's becoming standard at checkpoints nationwide. So as this technology is evolving and allowing the TSA to check your identity, to check for any signs of explosives without more of an invasive search or a scan, I think that increasingly that's where this is going. So you got to wonder whether eventually pre-check is simply going to be a thing of the past, because that's where the technology is headed. But not yet. Not yet. Don't cancel your pre-check subscription yet.
No.
Maybe they'll do liquids next. I've lost more nice face cream to the TSA over the years.
And some colognes as well.
Yeah. All right, but they're out there looking out for our safety. That's the #1 thing. Tom, thank you.
Tom, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.